What are the pros and cons of owning a pool in Florida? Hi there, I'm Lisa Carroll. I'm a local realtor here in the Tampa Bay area. Welcome to our channel. If you're not familiar with our channel is all about real estate and fun things to do in the Tampa Bay area. Today we're talking about a question that a lot of Northerners ask, and that is, what are the pros and cons of having a pool at your own home? So I grew up in Michigan, and I can definitely remember the above ground pools or some in-ground pools and how you had to winterize them and, get them all closed down for winter, and then they'd be open certain parts of the year and you could enjoy them. Well, here in Florida, that's not the case. We do not winterize our pools. They are open all year round and usable most of the year, which is pretty cool. So here in Florida, we do have heaters for our pools. Some of us use them, some of us don't. I tend to just let the pool stay at the temperature it's at. And then, in the winter, we really don't use it that much. But if you want to, you can heat it up and use it almost all year round. There are a few days of the year that are kind of really cold, not very many, that you might not want to do it. But most of the time, it's a nice 60, 70 degrees and people will get into the pool, those crazy Northerners, and enjoy it. So we have guests come over and sometimes we will heat the pool in the winter and they'll enjoy it. Now, we do have a hot tub and we enjoy our hot tub even though it's brutally hot in the summer and a lot of the year. The hot tub gets used a lot and it's a lot of fun to use and have in addition to the pool. So one thing I want to bring up is we're often asked, should I buy a home with a pool or build one? And I think it's really important to understand that if you want a pool and you can find one that has a pool, that's your best bet for saving money, time, heartache, effort, stress, dirt, all those things that go along with building a pool. So, the home that you buy with a pool, well, the pool will be depreciated already some, so you can get a better deal on that home with a pool than buying the same home and then adding a pool. So to add a pool to a home might be $50,000 to $100,000. But, if you buy a similar home that has a pool, you might only pay $25,000 more than the house down the street without one. So if you want a pool and you can find a home that has a pool, you should definitely buy the one with the pool. However, you can build a pool. It's just time consuming. So first of all, it takes a while to find the right pool contractor that you want to use, get your bids. But then once you get on their list, it might take 6 months to a year to get the pool done, and they'll be in your backyard for a month or so digging and doing all the stuff that they have to do. They do some damage to the side yard coming in and out. You have to have enough space for them to get their machinery back there as well. Sometimes your neighbor has to cooperate a little bit with you on that, but it can be done. So, it's not out of the question, but buying a house with a pool is a great idea if that's what your goal is. So as far as the pros go of owning a pool, it's really, really nice to have a pool in your backyard. Swimming is like the top activity for kids that are under 12 and they love to swim. So it's always like free entertainment for the kids. So going to kids though, it can be a little scary when they're really young to have the pool. So there are a lot of safety measures that are required for pool owners, including having a safety enclosure around it, a fence or a screen. And then they also have pool fences that you can put around the pool so young children or dogs cannot get to the water. There's also door alarms that'll go off if your home door opens toward the pool, so you can be aware if a child was going toward the pool. So there are safety features that are in place and are required for newer pools, and you can definitely get those in place if that's a concern to you. But the kids love the pool, so it's kind of like, hey, we have nothing to do. Well, we have a pool. Go swim, go jump in do some cannonballs, do some dives, shoot some basketball down in there, and enjoy the pool. It's a great place to entertain for adults as well. Throw a few loungers out there, make some cocktails, and do a barbecue. That's what we do here in Florida on a hot summer weekend. So oftentimes people will just pool hop and go back and forth to each other's pools and have different kind of barbecues. It's laid back, it's fun, it's easy, and it doesn't cost anything. One of the cons of owning a pool is that it does cost more money. So when you own a pool, you have some expenses. One are the chemicals and the maintenance of the pool. So as a longtime pool owner in Florida, I would highly recommend using one of the companies that takes care of your pool for you, because they come out and they test the water weekly, they clean it weekly, they make sure the filter's cleaned and everything else. Now, there are those people, like we used to, that want to take care of their own pool. If that's you and you want to save the money and take care of the pool, just keep in mind that you have to take the water samples and test the water. And if you end up getting any algae or discoloration of the water, you have to sometimes take that to the pool store. They'll test it. They'll give you back the chemicals you need to put into the pool to make it right. And then you have to test it again. You have to clean the filter. You have to skim the stuff off the pool. Of course, the screen enclosure does help with that, but we still do get pollen into the pools. We do have pool vacuums that run around the pool and clean up the bottom and help us with the task to keep it clean, but a pool service can run, I think ours is $125 a month. That includes the chemicals and the cleaning and all that. So to me, it's well worth it. But if you have a few extra hours every week to mess around with your pool, some people really enjoy it, and it's not that difficult once you learn how to do it. But there are other expenses as well. So one thing that, I've been through a lot of pool pumps. The pool pump motor will burn out. Something will go wrong with the heater. There's always something to maintain with the pool. So, if you have a brand new system, you're probably good for a few years. But we do have lightning and different things here that will hit and do different damages at times. And you might have to replace a motor or the pool heater, and those pool heaters are like $5,000 or so, at least I think now. And the pool pump can be quite expensive as well. So the ongoing maintenance of those items and the interior of the pool, which is called the Marsite, or the whatever, the pebble tech that you put on the pool, that will wear out, and over time you will have to replace that. I just saw an estimate come in to replace the Marsite in a pool with pebble tech on a pool that was about 15 years old, and it's well past the time that it needs to be done. So you can see discoloration on the pool, and that estimate came in between $7,000 and $10,000 to do that, just depending on which level of surface refinishing was selected. So, there is ongoing maintenance with a pool, so you get to enjoy it, you have to pay for it. Besides that, owning a pool is really awesome, and I would highly recommend it if you're going to live in Florida. In fact, a lot of Floridians really think that having a pool is a necessity. So I get it. A lot of communities, though, have pools within the community just for that neighborhood. So if you don't want the hassle of maintaining it and keeping care of it, you can always go to the community pool and enjoy it, and you don't have to pay for it besides your HOA or CDD fee, which pays for it, some of it. But you don't have that to deal with. The other great thing about a pool is it is very beautiful to look at. So it's always relaxing and nice to have the water in your backyard to sit and look at. But truth be told, growing up here in Florida and living here for many years, I don't get in the pool that often, and neither do the kids. When they were much younger, they used it a lot. So a lot of times people have pools and they really don't use them. They look at them, they enjoy them, they maintain them, they pay for them, but are you really going to use the pool? That's a good question to ask yourself. I hope you found this information helpful. I would really love you to share it with someone. If you know someone that's thinking about, hey, should I buy a home with a pool or without? Share it. Please share the video. And please ring the little bell so you'll be notified of our upcoming videos. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you would, because it helps YouTube, a logarithm, recognize us and bring more of our content to the public that wants to learn about the things that we talk about here on our channel. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon.